What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Marvel Snap video. And in this video, I wanted to talk about some cards that I think will do very well in this upcoming season with Zabu as the season pass card that we are all getting with the purchase of the season pass, because I was reluctant to make a video like this because I am not a big deck builder, you know what I mean? But I saw so many people making videos, I'm like, y'all are sleeping on some cards. So I wanted to just go over some real quick. All right. But anyways, before we get started, if you're new here, hi, my name is Chris, AKA Bootman. And if you love Marvel Snap as much as I do, make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell. All right. We are 5,000 strong and we're growing this community. It's super awesome. I love it. I am so happy and grateful that I'm able to have a gaming channel that's actually doing well. That's like something I've wanted to do forever. I've had other YouTube channels, but anyways, super happy. So join the community. Down in the description, there was a Discord server where we love to chat, discuss like different decks, ideas, rant about stuff, post our wins against leader. We have a great time. All right, so make sure you join the Discord server. And I try to be pretty active in there. All right, so I like chatting with all of you. Okay, but anyways, let's jump into this video. Real quick. Speaking of Discord, I just had somebody ask me in Discord right before I hit record on this video. They asked me if I was free to play. And I'm like, no, okay? Like, first off, I'm not free to play. Like, I buy the season pass, right? But I do invest some money into this game, right? Like, I have like a certain amount aside, like, I'm not gonna go over my whole budget, but a certain amount aside for like my fun stuff, you know? And since Marvel Snap came out, like some of my other hobbies have gone on hold and I'm able to invest in this. So I have bought two bundles. I bought both the Sunspot bundle and the Apocalypse bundle. I think the only ones that are worth it are the ones that come with tokens and a crap ton of credits as well. But anyways, I just want to say this. If you are quote unquote free to play, my opinion and personal philosophy is I think you should at least try to get the season pass every season. And this isn't so much for you, all right? Like, yeah, you get some stuff, you get some like, you know, access to a new card, you get some mystery variants, a bunch of other garbage nobody wants, like a bunch of boosters. But the main reason being is to minimally support the game, okay? Like, I am 37 years old, I've been gaming for a long time, and I cannot tell you how many amazing games I've seen disappear just because they weren't making any money, okay? So like, if there's a game that I like, that I wanna see stick around, like I will try to put just a little bit in. But I will say this, and I have a whole nother video on this, the developers, the creators of the game, they also need to work with us because when they overprice stuff, it makes it harder for us to support the game. You know what I mean? And right now, pretty much everything, in my opinion, aside from this season pass, is phenomenally overpriced. Like, even just getting variants is way overpriced. Like, we're talking like $10 for like a variant. You know what I mean? On some of them, like, I think that's ridiculous. But anyways, I think at minimum, you should get the season pass. As far as them lowering the price on everything else, we'll work with them. We'll keep talking. Content creators like me, we'll keep making videos about it, all right? But anyways, so yeah, Zabu coming out, new season, starts tomorrow, okay? Your 4 cost cards cost 2 less, minimum 1, okay? So we're not gonna be reducing any cards to 0. And like I said, I am not a deck creator. I want to be, I've started to. I made one deck that I think is phenomenal, that I think a lot of people are sleeping on, even though people don't have access to the cards. It is my Agent Dino 2.0 deck. I made a video about that not that long ago. My son has been playing on my account and he's like, Dad, this is one of the best decks I've ever played. I'm like, I know. But anyways, I really like that deck. So I want to get more into deck building, but other content creators, they are very into building decks, trying new things, which I hope to do. But I was watching a bunch of videos and I'm like, I love what you guys are doing. I love your ideas, but there are so many cards that you guys have not even mentioned. So let's run through it, okay? This is my 3rd video of the day, so excuse me. I didn't like pre-plan this and make a huge list. So basically I just filtered to all the 4 cost cards. I just wanna run through them and discuss what I think would be very, very good with Zabu, okay? And let me know down in the comments if you want me to come up with some deck ideas, all right? But a lot of these work in decks that I am currently using that are 4-cost that I don't see anybody mentioning, okay? First up is Absorbing Man, okay? Absorbing Man is, I always say this, Absorbing Man is Mystique, but for on reveal, okay? Absorbing Man is a one-time Wong, all right? Like, Absorbing Man is legit, and I don't know why people are sleeping on this card. This is one of the only 2 cards from Series 4 that I bought. I got She-Hulk and this card. I don't use him enough. I just started using him in that Sarantris deck that I made a video about earlier today. I made a video on it yesterday. But Absorbing Man, 2 costs, and I can copy any on reveal ability? Like, what? Are you kidding me right now? Amazing, okay? So a lot of you might not have this card yet. I bought it. My son actually got it from a cache, which is pretty cool. Okay, next up, I would say Atuma. Atuma is another card that people are sleeping on. This is why I wanna make more videos on deck building and stuff like that, because there's something called the Matthew effect. What gets big gets bigger. What's small gets smaller. It comes from like an old Bible parable, but this is something that we see just like kind of in like sociology. It's more like the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. But anyways, what happens in Marvel Snap is 1, 2, 3 creators make a video about a deck archetype, a card, or whatever, and then once it gets views, other creators start doing it. So there are so many different cards out there that nobody's talking about just because of the Matthew effect. And that's why I want to start making videos, because there's cards like Atuma that nobody is talking about, right? I've been seeing all these people recently making like 0 decks, like with 0, like, but 0 with Atuma, like what are you doing? What are you doing, right? Like, do that, you know what I mean? But Atuma, you also lay it down with armor, right? It doesn't blow up. You could Atuma into Professor X, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are so many combinations with Atuma, and nobody mentions it. I remember when this card was getting released, they're like, huh, it's kind of like Namor, but worse. What? Really? It is 1 cost less, all right? And there are a million different ways to get rid of its negative effect and still have 10 power on the board. I don't know. So Atuma, if you have him, go for it. I don't have him, but I'm not gonna buy him either. But if he shows up in a cache, you best believe your boy is putting him in some decks. Crossbones. Anybody who knows me, you know the Magantris deck. I love me some Crossbones. A 2/8, that's sick, okay? Now, think about this, all right? In Magantris, let's talk about Magantris. Maybe I'll just toss Zabu in my Magantris deck, because I have quite a few 4 costs. So, check it out. I drop Hood, okay? Then I do something, I just mess around a little bit, turn 2. Then I drop Zabu, okay? Right? Now, I'm dropping my my Demon and Crossbones on a lane, 3 costs. I just dropped, what is that, 14 power on you? Forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's go. Dracula, maybe, okay? I haven't used Darkhawk. Drax, not sure, maybe. Enchantress, Magantris deck. This is one of the ones where I'm like, oh, cool. Nobody's talking about Enchantress. Nobody's talking about Enchantress. This, I think, is just gonna be phenomenal for the Magantris deck, because you could flood the board at the end. Maybe I'll even put Angela back in, but getting Enchantress in late, and you know what other card's coming up next. Not next, but we'll get to him in the list. He has some rings, okay? But yeah, Enchantress, phenomenal. Ghost Rider, not sure, okay? Maybe Jessica Jones, that might be a good one. Jubilee, I think would be good, okay? Let's see what else we got here. No, not a big deal, not a big deal. Omega Red might be good. Just a surprise Omega Red at the end. If you're really overpowering a lane, that could be good. Rescue could be good too. Could be good. All right, like you drop it a little bit later, like turn 5-ish, you know, and then do a little turn 6 when you're stacking some power, especially if you have a bunch of 4 costs in your deck. I can see Rock Slide along with Darkhawk being good. I don't have Darkhawk, so I'm not gonna worry about it, you know, too much. Sentry, Sentry's another card not enough people are talking about. Like, I am super excited. Like, I would love to get Sentry. In my Agent Dino deck, I've gotten Sentry quite a few times just because you draw a lot of random cards. I love it. I love it. And if I built a deck with Sentry, putting it with Viper, ooh, I'd be so happy. That's like a free free Hobgoblin. You know what I'm saying? So this is the other card I was talking about in Magentris. Shang-Chi, 2 cost. One of the issues that you run into with Magentris is an either or. That's why I like the Sarantris deck when you're running Sarah, because I could drop 2 Shang-Chis or 2 Enchantresses. So I'm really curious to see how this works, where I could drop a Shang-Chi and an Enchantress on the last turn, like if need be. I'm not sure how often I would need that, but like just off the top of my head, right? Like if I could somehow use this on like a destroyer deck, would that work? I'm trying to play through the scenario in my head. Like, could I, yeah, you could, right? You could take away their armor, right? With Enchantress, and then you could Shang-Chi their destroyer a lot easier, all right? Shuri, that might be great for people who have Shuri. I don't have Shuri. What else do we got? Super Scroll, man, I'm gonna make a whole video on like cards I think people are sleeping on. Super Scroll, people are sleeping on this card. You need to get it, okay? The Thing, that might be good for Patriot decks. What else? Oh, Wongers. Wongers, yeah. So Wongers, that could be really, really good. Really, really good. Because with Wong, you can, like, I think Zabu's gonna be great for like a surprise endgame. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm just kind of like floating around, leaving some lanes open, unless people are like locking them down with like control cards like Professor X or Storm or whatever, like if I could like turn six, like think about it. You drop Wong, that's a 2 cost, and now you have 4 more energy to do whatever you want with, just like kind of like a surprise. That could be really cool. So yeah, yeah, some of these other cards, not really sure. I'm sure people can figure out, you know, some cool stuff with like Spider-Man, maybe, you know, but yeah, these are some of the cards that I was thinking of. I should make some decks, and maybe I'll do that mid-season after I experiment with some. But yeah, I think there are a lot of cards that people are not talking about, mainly Enchantress and Shang-Chi, just because they are 2 cards that have helped me reach Infinite 2 seasons in a row. And I'm actually starting to see more people use it, okay? So Jeff, when he made that Sarah deck, it had both of them. I think TLSG had a deck with Shang-Chi and Enchantress. These 2 cards in your deck are phenomenal unless somebody's being a dork and using Cosmo against it. But anyways, let me know down in the comments below, what are your thoughts on this new card, Zabu? I am way more excited about this card than I was about Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer was a massive letdown for me because I didn't get Brood until after I was Infinite already. Like, so I could not use Silver Surfer like the entire time. Like, Silver Surfer without Brood is just, you might as well be naked. Might as well be naked. Like, it is something that you need. So Zabu, I think more people are going to be able to use this because like a lot of the cards I listed, aside for the couple of the series 4 cards, a lot of the cards I listed are like in series 2. So I am way more excited for this season than the next one. We're gonna be able to get a lot more creative. Maybe some people are gonna find new counters to annoying meta decks like Leader and stuff like that. But let me know down below, what cards are you most excited for to use our man Zabu with? Is Zabu a man? I hope so. I'm not sure. We'll see. I got Goose wrong. I wasn't sure. Now I know Goose is a female. Anyways, if you want to correct me, let me know down in the comments. All right, but anyways, that's all I got for this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you do, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, because like I said, we're growing this community. We got an awesome Discord server, and I love helping others get to Infinite, all right? So that's all I got for this video. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.